Would you rather have Medicare Supplement Plan G, which has a higher premium but no copays, or Medicare Supplement Plan N, which has copays but a lower premium? Before we get into the math, I want to explain a couple concepts that are very important to remember as you make this decision. When you have a Medicare supplement policy, that means you are in original Medicare. You have kept the federal government program. You're getting a Medicare supplement policy because a Medicare approved claim is not designed to cover every dollar. So you get the supplement to help cover some of those dollar gaps. Your Medicare supplement policy is going to serve as a secondary payer. So why is this important? Regardless of which plan you're in, it is Medicare who makes the determination whether or not a claim is approved. Once approved, the balance gets sent to the private insurance company, the Medicare supplement policy. And at that point, it is their job to pay. So whether you're in G or N has nothing to do with whether or not the claim is approved. It just has an impact on how much you may have to contribute towards the cost that Medicare didn't cover. So let's take a look at math. So this example behind me is based on a 70-year-old married male in the Chicago area, a non-smoker. The pricing in your area could be completely different, and depending on your age, sex, all those factors I just mentioned. But this is just to demonstrate how this works. So what are the copays? The possibilities of copays under Medicare Supplement Plan N. For a doctor visit, you could pay up to a $20 copay. For an emergency room visit, you could pay up to a $50 copay. So now, in looking at the math, under original Medicare, before Medicare or your supplement have any obligation to cover a bill, you have a $257 Part B deductible. That's not covered by either of these plans. Once you've met that, the relationship kicks in. Medicare has a responsibility to pay 80% of an approved claim, and your supplement has the responsibility to pick up the remaining 20%, but under N, possibly minus a copay, which you will pay. So if we look at this here, let's say that this 70-year-old man was in Plan G. His monthly premium would be $198.55, and if he chooses N, the monthly premium is $146.10 a month. So that is a difference of $52.45 monthly, or if you multiply it times 12, $629.40. So what happens under G is you've met your deductible, you have a $10,000 emergency room visit, and Medicare is paying $8,000 of it because they pay 80%. This is after they've approved the claim. And because they've approved the claim, they're now going to send the remaining 20% over to your private insurance company. At that point, their only job is to pay what is their responsibility. So again, under G, of that 20% sent over, they're paying 100% of the 20%, the full $2,000. Under Plan N, the way that it would work is a little different. They also pay cover the 20%, but it's minus the copay. So if the balance sent over is $2,000, they're going to pay the $2,000 minus the $50, so they pay $1,950, and you pay the $50, up to $50 anyway. So does it make sense to choose a lower premium with copays? That is going to depend on you. Are you somebody that goes to the doctor all the time? Are you somebody that is accident prone? I mean, there's a lot of factors you're going to think about, and the way you look at it is you could think of it as a ledger. You have that $629.40 savings, and let's say you have a doctor's visit. You subtract out 20. Now you've saved $619.40. So I suppose you could look at it as you slowly chip away at it. But if you're really healthy, you don't chip away at it. By the way, some of you are going to say, well, what about excess charges? That's another difference between G and N. And yes, I just did that in a recent video. So that's another factor you take into account. But remember, 98% of the doctors accept assignment and do not charge excess charges. So look up your doctors on Medicare.gov to see if they accept the Medicare approved amount, because that is another factor you look at when you are looking at this math. But again, as a reminder, whether you're in G or N, that is not why the claim is approved or not approved. It is determined by Medicare prior to it even getting to the Medicare Supplement office.